Welcome back to Scovid Rewind. In this video, we'll be exploring one of the sci-fi movie from 1990 titled Tremors. Before we begin, I hope you're having an amazing day. Grab your favorite snack, sit back, and enjoy the recap. Let's dive straight into the story.
Where the hell is it?
I've got it!
This better be one hell of a great plan! Get ready! Light it, man, light it! Not yet! Not yet!
Come on, what are you waiting for?
Go! Come on, come on, come on, come on! Too far, you threw it behind him! Run, Val, run!
Our story opens in a place called Perfection, Nevada. And don't let the name fool you, because there is nothing perfect about it. It's a tiny, sun-baked, middle-of-nowhere desert town with a grand total of 14 residents. Among them are our two heroes, Val McKee and Earl Bassett, a pair of easygoing handymen who spend their days fixing fences, hauling trash, and doing every odd, unglamorous job the town can throw at them. They're broke, they're bored, and they've finally had enough. So they pack up their truck with everything they own and decide today is the day they leave this dead-end town behind for good, headed for the slightly bigger, slightly more exciting town of Bixby. Before they can even get out of town, though, something strange stops them cold. They spot a fellow resident, an old-timer named Edgar Deems, perched way up at the top of an electrical tower, gripping the beams with one hand and a rifle in the other. At first, they figure he's just drunk and sleeping it off up there. This is a small town, after all. Stranger things have probably happened. But when Val climbs up to check on him, he realizes Edgar isn't asleep. He's dead. The town doctor determines Edgar died of dehydration, having apparently been too terrified to climb back down for days. Nobody knows what scared him up there in the first place, but it's the first sign that something is very wrong in Perfection. Shaken, but still determined to leave, Val and Earl continue on their way out, until they come across their next horrifying discovery. A local sheep herder named Old Fred and his entire flock have been slaughtered. All that's left of Fred is his severed head, buried in the sand. Naturally, the guys assume there's a serial killer loose in the desert, and they turn right back around to warn the town. On the way, they run into two construction workers, Howard and Carmine, and warn them to be careful. It doesn't help. The same unseen force kills them too, and the resulting chaos causes a rock slide that blocks the only road out of Perfection. Val and Earl are trapped, along with everyone else. It's around this point that we properly meet Rhonda LeBecq, a sharp, no-nonsense graduate student who's been camped out near town running seismology tests. She'd already noticed something odd. Her equipment was picking up strange underground vibrations despite there being no actual earthquakes. Nobody took her seriously before. They're about to. As the survivors regroup, they discover a massive dead creature half buried in the dirt, and Rhonda realizes it's not just some freak animal, but an entirely undiscovered species. A giant, blind, prehistoric-looking predator that lives beneath the ground and hunts purely by sensing vibrations through the earth. Footsteps, engines, even a dropped tool. Anything that shakes the ground is basically a dinner bell. Worse, this dead one isn't the only one. More of them are very much alive and very much hungry. The group scrambles back toward town with the creatures in pursuit, and things go from bad to horrific fast. Walter Chang, the town's general store owner, a guy who spent the whole movie being the reliable one, lending out tools and giving steady advice, is the one who coins the perfect nickname for these things, Graboids. It's the last clever thing he does, because moments later he's dragged screaming down through the floorboards of his own store by one of the creatures. With Walter gone, the remaining townsfolk scramble onto rooftops since the Graboids can't reach them up there. Everyone, that is, except survivalist couple Bert and Heather Gummer, who've spent years prepping their home into a private fortress stocked with a small armory. When a Graboid smashes into their basement expecting easy prey, it instead finds itself facing two people who've been dreaming of exactly this moment their whole lives. Bert and Heather open fire with everything they've got, and eventually finish the job with an elephant gun blast that turns the creature into a very satisfying trophy. It's one of the film's biggest, most cathartic moments. The eccentric gun nuts everyone quietly rolled their eyes at turn out to be exactly the people this town needed. But there's a problem. Killing one Graboid still leaves more out there, and they're getting smarter and more aggressive by the hour. Stuck on rooftops with the ground itself as the enemy, the survivors have to get creative. Using makeshift poles, they try vaulting from roof to roof over patches of open sand, a nerve-wracking, almost slapstick sequence where one wrong landing means becoming lunch. They set their sights on an old bulldozer, hoping to use its weight and armor to plow a path out toward the mountains where the Graboids supposedly can't follow. It's a great plan right up until the Graboids destroy the bulldozer's tires, stranding everyone all over again. Forced to think on their feet, the group makes a break for a large rock outcropping, solid stone, too dense for the Graboids to burrow through, reasoning it might be the one safe place left. It's here that Earl has his big idea. If the Graboids swallow things whole, why not feed one of Bert's homemade pipe bombs? The plan works beautifully on the first creature, taking it out in a satisfyingly gruesome explosion. That leaves just one Graboid, the last one standing, and, unfortunately for our heroes, the smartest of the bunch. Rather than swallow the next bomb, it spits it right back at the group, wiping out the rest of their explosives in one terrifying blast. Except for a single bomb Val is still holding on to. With Val, Earl, and Rhonda stranded away from the safety of the boulder and the last Graboid closing in, there's no more room for cleverness through hiding. Someone has to be bait. Val takes off running flat out for the edge of a nearby cliff, the massive creature tearing through the ground right behind him. At the very last second, he lights the fuse on his final bomb and hurls it, sending the Graboid into a panicked, blind charge that carries it straight off the cliff face and down to the rocks below. It's dead. It's finally, actually over. Back in town, Val and Earl are hailed as heroes. The two guys everyone underestimated for the entire movie turn out to be the ones who saved it. Rhonda, meanwhile, has more than enough evidence now to secure serious academic funding to study the Graboids properly. She and Val, who've been dancing around their obvious chemistry the whole film, finally share a kiss.